I should have took the armor box.
Armor here.
Wait. Wait, chat.
This is a recent clip from Zach Dubs, and it illustrates why the audio in Warzone 2 is so bad. An entire team runs up on him whilst he's playing in Ashika Island, and he gets no footstep audio and is instantly killed. And all of us have had this experience playing Warzone 2. But why is it so bad? And why was the Modern Warfare 2 beta so good? Well, the answer is quite something, and I decided to take this clip, amongst others, and go and do my own testing to explain to all of you today why Warzone 2's audio is completely broken, and to make matters worse, explain to you how it could be very easily fixed, but the developers haven't done so. So to start with, we need to understand how Warzone 2's audio works, and it's often referred to as a priority audio system or a ducking system. And what this means is that there is one central master track, which is what you hear through your headphones. But within that central track are multiple different audio cues. And if you think about Warzone, you've got things like sprinting, reloading, calling in a munitions box, the announcer, kill streaks, vehicles, people shooting guns. All of those various audio cues exist within that track, but they don't exist side by side. Based off of criteria such as how loud that audio cue should be and the distance that you are from that audio cue, they exist in a ladder where certain audio cues will overtake others, in an attempt to kind of mimic real life, in the sense that you wouldn't hear somebody speaking next to you if an AC-130 was raining hell above your head. And the same principle applies in the video game. They're trying to mimic that kind of overwhelming audio that you get from certain instances, like explosions or kill streaks, by having this ducking system where certain cues work above others. Now, this system isn't necessarily a bad system if you do things correctly. PUBG, for example, has an audio priority system, but PUBG's is much more intricate and has a lot more detail in terms of the distances of sounds and the priority that it applies to those sounds. Also, PUBG doesn't have many noises. It has plain audio, it has gunshots, it has grenades, and it has walking, but it doesn't have things like kill streaks, lots of announcers, loads of vehicles at any given time. And generally speaking, Warzone 2 is a much more chaotic battle royale, so there are more instances of audio occurring at the same time. So why is this system bad in Call of Duty Warzone 2, and why have Call of Duty gotten it so colossally wrong? Well, the only answer is to simply show you. I'm going to show you some audio clips of how Call of Duty's ducking system works and why it is total garbage. I got myself and an assistant out to a little part of Tarak village because it's desert, and I think that that texture makes the most sense because it's a texture that you come across regularly in Warzone 2. It's something that your character is regularly going to run on, and it's an audio sound that you'll be familiar with. And what we're seeking to simulate here is how audio is handled in Warzone 2. So you're going to see different instances where I'm throwing a grenade, or I'm firing a weapon, or a kill streak has been called in the distance, and you'll be able to see in real time from these clips how the audio is affected by those different audio cues, and how the footstep audio of the person sprinting right next to me is being progressively ducked down in the system because they think that the other audio is more important and something that you should hear more loudly. Now, I want you to pay attention to the next few clips, because they specifically relate to how killstreak audio is handled in the game. Now, these killstreaks are called in on a tower that's only 44 meters away from me, so technically something that could hit me or could be a threat to me. and then we call in one that's 144 meters away from me that poses no threat at all. What you're going to see here is that Warzone treats these two sound cues identically, and even though one is extremely far away from me, it still feels as though I should hear that louder than the footsteps next to me.
Moving here.
Copy your mark. Mortar strike inbound. No hit.
Moving.
Hostile precision airstrike. Get to cover. Copy that. Longbow 3-1 is on station. Strike inbound. No hit.
Even though the sound of the airstrike itself is quieter, because footsteps have already been thrown down the ladder or pecking order of audio, you barely hear what occurs. Now, if we take a look at that Zach Dubs clip, it's interesting because not only is there a cluster strike happening in the distance, but you can also hear the faint rumbling of an airstrike that had previously been called in.
I should have took the armor box.
Armor here.
Wait, chat.
There is a good chance that both of these were absolutely nowhere near him, but that explains exactly why he heard no footstep audio. Because the game decided that it was worth him hearing that faint rumbling of an airstrike or cluster strike over hearing the opponents next to him. That airstrike posed absolutely no threat to him, but because it existed in the audio cues around him, it decided that the audio from the footsteps, quite frankly, didn't matter. So why is this occurring, and what has Call of Duty gotten so wrong? Like I mentioned earlier, there are two values in a priority audio ducking system. One, the volume, and two, the distance. Now, distance is a big problem here, because there are kill streaks that are being called in hundreds of meters away that make no effect on you and your surrounding area, being extremely loud and forcing the audio priority of local footsteps, which are a threat to you, lower in the list so that you don't hear the audio. I guarantee you that those guys were actually making footstep audio, but the game was deciding that the airstrike was more important. And two, the volume. There is no need for a distant airstrike, even if it's 200 meters away, to be that loud. Yes, in real life, I 100% confirm to you, you will hear the sound of an A-10 from probably miles away. But in a video game, that doesn't make any sense. And you're going to ruin the flow and footstep audio of a video game by focusing on things like that. And like I mentioned earlier, Warzone 2 has a lot going on. You have AI helicopters coming in, you have planes dropping off loadout drops, you have airstrikes, cluster mines, mortars, ammunition boxes, announcers, other kill streaks, vehicles, idle map noise, plates, people shooting, and people running around you. So the footstep audio has to be put somewhere in this list of all of these other things going on. And to show you just how difficult the game struggles with this and just how hard it is for them, I decided to have a couple of people shoot next to me, and these were all just random bots. Sometimes they hit me, sometimes they broke my armor, sometimes they didn't hit me at all because they were on recruit, and I'm going to have somebody sprinting next to me. And just look at how little you hear the audio. Now, in certain instances, you hear it louder because the gunshots are further away, but when the person is nearish to me or shooting directly at me, you basically can't hear a thing of the footstep audio around. Now yes, you would want to hear a shooter in your close proximity more than the footsteps around you, but it just goes to show how compounding audio from multiple different directions really messes up footstep audio in Warzone 2. So why does this suck, and why is this so horrible, and why haven't Call of Duty fixed it? Well, the answer is that they could. Absolutely they could, and they could do it tomorrow if they wanted to. They could simply turn down the distance and the volume that I mentioned before, those two values, which are why you hear things as loudly as you hear them and at what distance you hear them at. And if they turn them down and increase the priority of footstep audio, we would be right back at the Modern Warfare 2 beta, where the footsteps were really loud and took priority over pretty much everything else and had perfect directional audio. Call of Duty does have fantastic directional audio. It's some of the best in the industry and it has a fantastic audio system. But because of the way they've handled the audio priority processing, they've deliberately made it worse, and they could easily fix it. They could absolutely fix it tomorrow if they wanted to, but they just haven't. So folks, hopefully that explains how the audio system in Warzone 2 works and why footstep audio is so bad. I really hope the developers see this, because there are just simple things in this game that don't make sense. I don't need to hear an airstrike that's 200 meters away from me. I don't need to hear an AI helicopter that's 300 meters away from me. If a plane is dropping loadout drops in, I don't necessarily need to hear the audio from those planes. The announcer is more than enough. And certain elements of the game, like drill charges, are extremely loud for no reason. With a simple pass to audio, rebalancing the distances and volumes of certain things in the game, I have no doubt in my mind that footstep audio in Warzone 2 would be as good as a game like PUBG. So make sure you drop a like on this video and subscribe if you want to see more in-depth dives on stuff like this, and support the channel directly as well by hitting the sub button too. We're getting close to 200k. Thank you for watching the video folks, and I'll catch you in the next one.